It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dolphins and the Bengals on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the number one guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Now Zach Moss played prep ball 8 miles from here in Hollandale Beach. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on Moss from last week's game: 11 carries, 53 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Here's Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You talk about this Miami defense. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
From the gun, it's Tua. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. The Dolphins at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Back to Renfro again, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update. We come back. to Miami.
Here we go. 11 mighty, 11 MP, 11.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. It was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that... We're 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 5. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge him? This is going to be fun.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow will throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you wonder, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Looking to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss play for Wright. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll go right back to Wright. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. Wright's got it. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Tua going to give this to Wright. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
A give up the middle to Wright. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Wright will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action with Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
I'm one, ready?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow. He's got Renfro on the out route. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
11 coming.
Brown going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hunter Renfro from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Here's Achane to start the drive. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he whips that one incomplete there. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The open man here, Renfro. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This 2nd and 4. From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Excuse me, Brandon Goggin, tell me I burnt that timeout again, huh? And that adjustment, y'all saw that motherfucking adjustment?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right
I
at the 30-yard line.
I actually think more NFL coaches, which hopefully this becomes a trend. But
late in this first half.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation.
I don't know why
here.
more
I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
To kill the momentum of the offense, like in like a 2-minute situation, like they'll just let the other team just go down the field, and they'll just refuse to call timeouts.
On that when he read all
offense,
the keys
it's easy to kind of manage the clock,
on the ball, and able to force that
spike the ball or whatever, but.
In motion comes the tight end.
I really think that like NFL should take kind of like what the NBA does when the other team starts getting momentum.
And this one incomplete.
Call a fucking timeout.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Again, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Burrow. To the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Burrow will throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Jets who were able to come away with the win at home. Aaron Rodgers, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Kirk Cousins, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Second down and a yard. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On first down, back to Achane. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Tua going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go. 11 comes. 180.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Play action. It's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
Done.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll go again here with Wright. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll give this to Wright, running right. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on, but the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage, but you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
1st and 10 on the 12-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Wright. Then he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Sanders on. Point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Delay of game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Delay of game.
So a little tardy getting everyone set.
Gotta change up the settings. I have a thing with the settings I'm always used.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up. But once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They're right here.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Achane. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run for it with Achane. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run. Achane. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Achane. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 23 yards the pickup there. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.